in the mentality of people, especially casual audiences, these games are like, you know, you beat Dark Souls, you are good at the games, essentially, yeah? Brings a lot of opinions. Like, you know, in game, for example, like, let's say Quake, yeah? If player is bad at Quake, they most likely know they are bad. If you, like, beat Dark Souls and you are starting doing PvP, you think you might actually grow an ego, because it is commonly believed, like, you know, beating these games means something. And people, like, think they are, like, their opinion is valuable or something because they've beaten Dark Souls. Because how could they possibly be wrong, yeah? They are god gamers. Yeah, overall, I think, like, you know, people that play, like, casual games that they supposed to beat and after that, you know, just go on. They supposed to please you, yeah? They supposed to be enjoyable experience. They are built in the way that you supposed to have fun, yeah? The fun is delivered to you. Whereas competitive games are completely different. And Dark Souls games overall are, with PvP, are like kind of in between. Like, they are kind of like a crowd pleasers, in the meaning that they guarantee you that memorable experiences of beating bosses and stuff. But at the same time, they have that competitive side, which is PvP, because competitive by its nature is competitive. And these people, like, they are kind of like, well, the game's supposed to be enjoyable for me, but it is not, because this guy just completely demolished me with all the weird-ass mechanics that I cannot do. So, because of that, I'm just gonna think, like, this particular mechanic is unfair. I can learn it technically. It's just like a game mechanic. But because I have casual mentality, I would rather just say that, like, it is unfair and shouldn't be in the game. I think, like, this is like a huge problem of the Souls games overall when this comes to PvP. Since the games are, like, firstly and for the most PvE experience, it just attracts people to PvP from that casual audiences, yeah? Okay, you know what? Let's kill him because I'm kind of chilling. Whereas, like, the guy is resummoning. So yeah, because essentially, because of that, like, you have, like, the two worlds collide. And usually people that coming from the PvE side of the game and they are bringing their opinions, these are, like, opinions fundamentally made from the completely different standpoint of the casual player, of someone that requires the game to adapt to them. And, like, because of that, like, PvP players and PvE players, or PvE players that just approaching PvP, have, like, very hard time understanding each other. Because, like, I have, like, shitons of comments under my discussion videos about hard swap and so on, where people literally say that, hey, hard swap's ruining immersion. Like, you know, no one would be fucking enough to say something like that, for example, in Counter-Strike. No one would be like, oh, bunny hopping is ruining my immersion. Like, dude, like, imagine if someone would actually fucking do something like that. And, like, and people are legitimately trying to protect this standpoint that, for example, hard swapping is ruining immersion. Someone did, like, a huge fucking post in the comment section under one of the videos explaining to me why immersion in PvP is important. Like, and he is using here like that, like, he is, you know, he is going through the PvE, and then he creating that build of the knight with the huge-ass sword. And then in front of him, he has the opponent that swaps his weapons like 6 times during one combat session. It just feels not right. And I'm like, yeah, he's playing correctly and you are not. You might not be playing correctly by, like, swapping mindlessly, but if the guy is just hard countering your setup and so on, then he's playing up to the in-game mechanics and his potential opportunities and strengths. I have like also like discussion with another person that tried to convince me that hard swapping is easy mechanic, very low skill ceiling, everyone can do that, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and I have checked his live streams, and man, this guy couldn't fucking hard swap for shit. He was mechanically one of the poorest performances I have seen. Dude was sitting with his 2 friends, ganking people in First Grace and Church of El, and just like swinging dual katanas and spamming Rivers of Blood weapon art over and over repeatedly. And like people, you know, people of this type basically trying to, you know, to tell you that, like, to construct the opinions that just, like, the problem is that, like, they just fundamentally don't understand what they are saying.